Hello, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's we're hunting through, looking for those alphabet 10p's. Ideally though, we want some 2019 dated ones. We are so close to finishing 2019, but it's been so long since we added to the book. We have got A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M, N, O, P, R, T, U, V and X. So any of those last six would be fantastic finds to get. However, the 2019 dated ones are so low minted and hard to find out in circulation, we started our third 2018 book. So far we've got A, E, F, G, H, I, K and M, N, Q, P, S, T, U, V, X and Y. So again, any of the new 2018s would make for exciting finds too. So let's get into these bags and see what we find. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be replying to some recent comments and questions left on my videos. If you get a random love and a like from me but no reply, that's because I've taken a screenshot of it and I'm going to be using it in a future Q&A 10p hunt. Before we get into the comments though, just firstly a reminder, I'm going to the Royal Mint on the 25th of August. I'm on the 1 PM tour, so if you want to come along and say hi, feel free to. It's always great meeting subscribers, viewers and other people who make videos about coins as well. And it's going to be one of the last weeks where you can get the what's it called, the current Strike Your Own, my mind went blank, the Team GB 50p Strike Your Own is coming to an end, and we will have a new Strike Your Own early September, the RNLI 50p. So yes, if you haven't got it already, you need to get down there quick. Right, we start with Anthony Palmer, who says, Christopher, if you were able to decide on a new Olympic or Paralympic 50p coin, what sport would it be? It's a very good question. I think what would be great is, obviously it wouldn't happen this year, it would need too quick of a turnaround, but if next year they decided to release a set of Olympic 50p's for all of these sports that we won medals in, perhaps you could even incorporate the different metals. So you could put the bronze medal sport on a 2p coin, you could put the silver medals on a 50p coin, and the gold medals on the pound coin, because we're never going to get any new £2 coins in circulation, it seems. So I think that would be a nice way to sort of celebrate Team GB's success at the Olympics. We do these great coins going into the Olympics, but it'd be nice to have a celebration of those who were successful competitors at the Olympics, winning and bringing home medals for the UK. I think that would be kind of a neat idea. I don't know, I didn't really follow the Olympics, I'm not a massive sports fan, but I gather that the Team GB did pretty well, and it'd be nice to sort of celebrate that on our coins, I guess. Right, XEHP, I don't know how you pronounce that, says, when I was a kid I was obsessed with holding onto special coins. Maybe this is something I should get into. Seems a fun hobby and it's not exactly gambling. So yeah, it certainly is not gambling. When I'm hunting through these coins, I've got them at face value. If I find anything I want to keep, I will keep them. Anything I don't want to keep gets paid back into the bank at the cost of which I withdrew them. There are some servicing and account fees, because I run it through business accounts, so that I can guarantee I can get my hands on enough coins. But yeah, it's not gambling, and yeah, I mean, it's great fun. I like the term. I think it was one of the American coin hunters or coin roll hunters. I can't remember which one it was. He called it something that's always stuck with me. He said it's like urban treasure hunting, which I think is a really sort of neat way of calling it. But it's a very it's an easy enough hobby to get into. If you're using cash, you can get commemoratives in your change at face value. Obviously you can buy more, you can expand into world coins or historic coins and spend as much money as you want, but again, it's a hobby with a potentially very cheap inroad to it. Right, Jane Salisbury says, mate, we all have issues. When you are a collector, not necessarily coins, obsession hovers in the dark corners of your mind like an untamed beast. But to have an interesting hobby is wonderful. Keep collecting, be a nerd, have a lifetime of fun. I loved that comment. It really did make me chuckle. I think that's in relation to I found a Christopher Ironside and said I keep those because we've got the same name, and as you all know, I have issues and I just keep all my Ironsides. But no, I totally agree. Everyone's a little bit quirky, everyone has their eccentricities, well, why not play into it 100%? So thank you for that lovely and funny comment that gave me a chuckle. Esther Cashman says, hi, recent subscriber here. We'll be joining you at the Mint on the 25th. We live locally. Looking forward to saying hello. Well, I look forward to saying hello to you as well. It's one of the things that probably kept me going to the Royal Mint experience is the different people I get to meet, the regulars that I get to see 4, 5, 6 times a year, however many times the Strike Your Own changes. I get to catch up with them, have a chat. Some of them are my friends over on my Discord server I get to see in person. And yeah, it's really great having a chat with other collectors, people who watch the videos about coins, what they collect, what they've found, what they like about coins. It's a really fun day out, and I try to spend as much time there as I can. Right, Roger Hibbard says, Christopher, good afternoon. I have a question. Up to recently, all the male kings were named on their coinage using their name in Latin, Georgius, etc. For King Charles III, the name is now in English. Why did the Mint change from Latin to English names? So, my understanding, it's not changed just for King Charles. I think that Queen Elizabeth II, her name is Elizabeth, which is not the Latin version of her name. It was I can't remember exactly what it is, but there is a different spelling of Elizabeth for her Latin name. So I think keeping it as Charles on coins to an extent makes it feel more approachable. It's a bit like, again, I'm not a massive history buff, but when the Bible was first translated and read in English rather than Latin, it made it more accessible to everyone rather than just those with money and wealth and an education that could learn Latin. It's the same reason that kings don't wear crowns on our coins. Again, makes them more human, more personable. Again, they're still kings, so how personable and relatable can a king be to an ordinary person like myself is still up for debate. But yes, I think it's just again, lots of kings have changed their names, their regnal names. So King George the Sixth was not King George. He was, it's just escaped my mind. I know his brother Edward the Eighth was David. King George was Albert, wasn't he? Bertie, of course. Edward the Seventh was Albert as well, I think, but chose to reign as King Edward. But yeah, so I think he's kept as Charles because we've known him as Prince Charles for so long in the media and in the rest of his life. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't think it's changed specifically. And I know that there'll be people in the comments going, well, actually, I think you'll find that Elizabeth isn't the Latin for Elizabeth, and I don't think that's the case, though. Anyway, before we unearth something frustrating, we'll move on. We have William Branch, who says, yes, but why stop the fun? So this was in one of my videos where I've been unboxing all of my Royal Mint purchases. And it was titled, Have I Spent Too Much Money on Coins? Another huge Royal Mint unboxing, I think it said. So yeah, again, I agree. Yes, I did spend too much money, but then again, it's my hobby. I love getting these new coins, adding into my collection. Although some of the coins are getting a little bit pricey. Sometimes things have come out and I've gone, ooh, that's a bit of a sting. I didn't remember them. I remember a few years ago them not being quite as expensive. Some of the prices of the silver 1 ounces have travelled quite far in excess of the way that silver has been climbing in value. But yeah, I guess as long as I can still afford them, I will still keep buying them, adding them to my collection. Oh, for Loch Ness with not, excuse me, not that many bags left to go. 2018 dated. It's a beautiful design, isn't it? Very, very nice. Oz Smith says, Christopher, I have to agree with you. I ummed and ahed about the Great Seals collection but decided no, mainly because of the lack of a face value. Why would the Mint issue these as tokens / medals instead of a £5 coin? It's a very, very good question, and one I have found myself pondering as well. So those that aren't aware, the Great Seals is a new potential collection, although given what it looks like the sales on them have done, I'm not quite sure how popular a continuation of the set will be. They've got they've started with the Great Seal of Henry VIII and minted it onto what I think most people probably mistakenly call a coin, because it's a disc of metal. Probably it looks like it's about the same size as a £5 coin. But there's no face value on it, so it's not a coin, it's just a medal, a token. We'll call it a seal because that's what it is, not the ones you go see at Sea Life, but a Great Seal, like a wax seal. You would imprint your the image you use into that seal. So yeah, I also haven't bought it, but I'm very conscious that next weekend I am going to the Royal Mint Experience. It might be in the gift shop, it might talk to me, and it might work its way into my basket. I don't think it will though. It's quite expensive for what it is. Was it £24.50? It seems rather expensive for as cool as the idea of having a matte finish proof, almost got a coin, proof seal is. Yeah, it's not a coin, and I feel like I can stop myself. I'm not quite sure why they didn't just split it in half and have a two-pack, a two-coin pack. You'd have each side on the reverse and then King Charles portrait and the face value on the obverse. Potentially because of the recent cancellation of the British Monarch series, they thought, well, we want to do this similar thing, but we're worried that people might not buy it, so let's try something really different. So let's try releasing these as seals, although how different is it, because they did release it, a similar sort of collection a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago. But yes, I must admit that it looks cool, but it's not something I plan to purchase, although don't be surprised if I come back with one from the Royal Mint Experience, because again, in that moment when you're holding it, it might be a bit more tempting, although I really don't want to, because again, it's saving me a bit of money, potentially not buying into this ongoing series. Anyway though, with that being said, let's get back to the coins and see what I found. Well, there we go, our finds for today. We've got two from Jersey, both, oh no, they're different years, 2012 and 2014, which is lovely, but L for Loch Ness from 2018 is a new one for the book, which is very, very exciting. So for the first time in a while, let's pop a new one on this panel. Very, very cool. Ticking off one more. Where are those Jersey ones gone? There we go. So if you found an alphabet 10p this week, then let me know in the comments what letter did you find and where did you find it. Normally we have 3 or 4 or 5 people that have also found an alphabet 10p. I'm on a bit of a roll. I've found one in quite a few 10p hunts recently, so I am very, very happy with that, and hopefully it's a sign of more things to come. As usual, in the description of this video you'll find a link to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come over and join that. There are also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, company I work for as my day job, so please check them out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!